Well, good evening and welcome to a very warm, very tropical First United Bank Center. It is beach night here in Canyon, Texas, as the West Texas A&M Buffaloes, ranked 8th nationally in the NABC poll, put their 16-2 record on the line against the Angelo State Rams. Cinco Boone's team comes in at 11-4. The Buffs riding a 3-game win streak and have won 11 of their last 12 games. However, they have not played a game since January 8 due to COVID protocols. Both of last week's games at St. Edward's and St. Mary's were postponed due to COVID issues. We're back at it tonight. The Lady Buffs did not play, but the Buffs and the Rams will be. The Buffs 12-0 at home this year, and they're going to need everything they've got to hold off a Ram team that comes in at 11-4. The Rams opened the season 7 straight wins, going 7-0, but since that time has gone 4-4, including 2-1 in LSC play. Most recently, the Rams dropped an 82-69 decision a week ago Saturday in San Angelo against Dallas Baptist. Now, these Rams can get up and down the floor. They can score, as can the Buffs, Lucas Kinsey.
Yeah.
The two leading teams in the Lone Star Conference in scoring. What should we look for?
Well, it can't, a lot of times you look for that offense. It really might come down to who can actually stop the other team, who can play some defense. But you're exactly right. Angelo State, their scoring is extremely balanced. They have all five of their normal starters score in double figures. They've got a lot of balance. Tyrell Carroll, a junior, a transfer from Missouri Western, he averages 13 points a game. Dante Moses, 6'5", wingman, he averages 13 points a game. A familiar name to Lone Star Conference fans and to you and I, of course, is Paul Williams, a very talented guard, and he scores 12 points a game. Also a good assist man out there for Angelo State. So they're going to spread the scoring around for the Buffaloes. Really, the scoring can't, especially of late, with Julius Brown being out of the lineup for several weeks. The scoring load has been between two guys, Zach Toussaint making all of the threes from the outside and then putting it on the deck this year as well, and then Larry Wise. Those two have really done a nice job. Larry, in the last game that the Buffs had against UT Tyler, led the way with 27 points, and he did it every way you could imagine scoring. He went inside, he scored outside, so he's really started to get hot. And then we know what Toussaint can do. Zach has moved his way all the way up to number 6 all-time on the three-point field goals made list. He is 8 threes away, I believe, from passing Tez Dumars and moving into 5th.
And you mentioned the scoring. The one thing the Buffs have always been able to rely on this year has been depth.
Yes.
Off the bench, there's been no real fallback when you go to the bench. But tonight, the Buffs are going to be missing 3 reserve players due to illness or protocols or whatever. Trevon Fuller, Torian Harris, and Dalen Williams will not see time tonight. They are anticipated to be back with us Saturday.
Yeah.
But, this is an ever-changing, you talk about fluid lineups and all that, a coach doesn't know what hand he's going to be dealt with the game 24 hours before tip.
Well, and because of that, Kent, then you do rely on some players to step up. 2 guys for the Buffaloes, I think, that are going to need to step up tonight, especially with no Dalen Williams, so you don't get that depth inside as far as the post play. Look for Jesse Owiezi off the bench, the true freshman who's been very good this year, to play a big role. And then starting tonight, even though he's a guard, he's very strong, and look for a player, Addison Wallace, to really have to step up his game. And he has played well of late. We're just excited to see the Buffs. We haven't seen him since January 8th, so we show up, they give us these right here, right? The Hawaiian night, and we say let's play some hoops.
Now, we haven't seen Kevon Booker in about 2 weeks. Last we saw, he rolled his ankle and left the game.
Only played 12 minutes.
Yeah, played 12 minutes. It's been 3 weeks. He is able to play tonight, but not in the starting lineup. You talk about playing hurt. I've got the wrist wrap on. We're gonna go at it, though. It's not going to slow me down one bit. What we will do right now, let's meet the starting lineups.
All right.
For these games. First, our visitors from San Angelo, Texas, the Rams. 11-4 overall, 1-2 in Lone Star Conference play. They start a 4-guard, 1-post lineup. At 1 guard, Devon Thomas, a 6'7 junior from New Orleans, Louisiana. Thomas averages 10 points, 4.7 rebounds. The second guard is Tyrell Carroll, 5'11 junior from Omaha, Nebraska. Carroll averages 12.8 points, 3.5 rebounds. The third guard, Dante Moses, 6'5 junior from Riviera Beach, Florida. Moses averages 12.5 points, 5.3 rebounds. The fourth guard, Paul Williams, 5'10 graduate from South Haven, Mississippi, averaging 12.2 points, 1.5 rebounds. Rounding out the starting five, Salisu Yahaya, 6'8 junior from Jonesboro, Arkansas. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll meet the Buffs lineup. You're watching Buffalo basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
How do you make something that's already fresh even fresher? By adding fresh new things, like crisp pico de gallo for a little kick, and creamy cilantro lime sauce for that extra whoa. And pepper jack cheese because, of course, all on top of 2 fresh beef patties, or with chicken on a brioche bun. Whataburger's limited time pico de gallo burger and new pico de gallo chicken sandwiches. Good thing for fresh things. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Let's meet the visitors. San Angelo, Texas, the record of 11-4, 1-2 on Star Conference play.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. Lucas, this is an Angelo State team that year in and year out, under Cinco Boone and Chris Beard before him, very athletic and can shoot from anywhere.
They can shoot the three. They're very fast. They get up the court, so the Buffs are going to have to get back transition defense. Cinco Boone, 7th year with Angelo State. They have an 11-4 overall record, 1-2 in Lone Star Conference. You go back to last week, they beat Midwestern State 75-73. Then they lose against Dallas Baptist 82-69. But Cinco Boone told you this, Kent. He said, I've got a lot of guys that can play, and so his rotation has changed as the season has gone on.
And he kind of credits the fact he is still looking for a rotation. They've got several transfers that he's trying to get in the mix, and it's delicate trying to find a group that'll play.
Is that a good problem, to have too much talent, right?
Talk about a talented team. We'll meet one right now. The starting lineup for the Buffaloes, 16-2 overall, 3-1 in Lone Star Conference play. They'll start the 5-guard lineup. Welcome back to the lineup. Point guard Julius Brown, 5'10 junior from Westerville, Ohio, and a transfer from Lincoln Memorial. Brown averages 12.5 points, 3.3 rebounds. The second guard, Zach Toussaint, 5'11 sophomore from Johnsburg, Illinois, 15.3 points, 2.2 rebounds per game. The third guard, Hayden Blankley, 6'6 sophomore from Sydney, Australia. Blankley averages 6.5 points, 5.5 rebounds. He had a big game earlier this year, December, over in Portales, hitting 7 of 9 from three-point range. The fourth guard, 6'3 sophomore from Cleburne, Texas, it's Addison Wallace, transfer from Texas State. Wallace scores 5.5 points, 4.4 rebounds, but in conference play, he has more than doubled those outputs. And rounding out the starting five, at guard, Larry Wise, 6'4 sophomore from Waxahachie, Texas, transfer from the University of North Texas. Wise averages 14.7 points, 4.7 rebounds. He's had 14 double-figure scoring outings this season, Lucas, and 4 20 points or more. So he can light it up. Buffs need him to be active.
And we're excited to watch him play for sure. For West Texas A&M, you look at the Buffs' all-time series against Angelo State. WT leads 51 wins, 24 losses. But of late, it's been all Buffs. In fact, 12 straight times that WT has beaten Angelo. So you go back, you look at Tom Brown. Tom is in his 8th season. He started out against Angelo State 0-3, and he hasn't lost since. 12-3 all-time against Cinco Boone. But we've seen a lot of these matchups through the years, and they seem like they always are knockdown, drag-out fights between Angelo State and West Texas A&M. So we're excited for this one. It's going to be interesting, Kent. For the Buffaloes, it's a coach's worst nightmare, just having all this time off because you feel like you're trying to get into a rhythm. they're getting more used to this, unfortunately, with the way things have gone the last several seasons due to COVID-19 and some of those things. But the Buffs aren't going to have time to get in sync. They're going to have to be ready from the jump because, again, this Angelo State team is going to run up and down the court. This ought to be fun.
Got a text from a avid fan saying it's good to have Juju back in the lineup. I agree. Let's see how it works out. We've got Blankley jumping center against Yahia. And Hayden gets the tip and tips it back to the Ohio native, Brown. Near side's Wallace up top to Wise. Blankley, Buffs with the initial possession of the ball game. Wallace drives in on the ASU man defense, kicks it out to Larry Wise, who nails it.
Yeah, and that's a great three-point shot for Larry. Dante Moses came out and contested that shot. Larry had to shoot it over Moses, who's 6'5".
Moses, right wing to Carroll, back to Moses, near side, that's Paul Williams. Dumps it inside to Yahia. Three-pointer from Dante Moses, no good, but Yahia gets the offensive board. Fresh reset for the Rams.
Yeah, offensively, very similar teams. I mean, they'll go inside, but they want to shoot the three, both the Rams and the Buffaloes.
Williams goes off right wing to Carroll. Shot clock at 6. Ball knocked away by Brown. Rams maintain possession, 4 seconds on the shot clock.
I think about these new uniforms for Angelo State.
I was saying uncharacteristic, KJ. Seeing the black. We're used to the bright royal blue.
Yeah, not much blue in the unis, but they look sharp.
Carroll to inbound. Gets it in the corner. Williams with a turnaround three. No, but the Rams had the rebound and then lost it out of bounds.
A lot of respect for Paul Williams defensively from Zach Toussaint. You could see as soon as Paul Williams caught that ball, Zach was right there up on his jersey. He knows Williams is a deadly shooter.
Brown inside, the reverse won't go down.
The paint's going to be open, though, tonight for the Buffaloes.
Quickly at the other end, Williams takes it in, gets the roll. 3-2 Buffs, a minute and a half into this contest.
Appreciate your support. Thank you for your attendance tonight. Enjoy this great.
Here's Wallace on the far wing. Up top to Blankley. Open for three, knocks it down.
So that's an interesting matchup for WT Blankley with Yahia guarding him. Hayden has a quickness advantage. Yahia has to honor that three-point shot, though, so look for Hayden to have a good offensive night.
6-2, Buffs with a pair of threes to open the game. Speaking of threes, there's a long one knocked down by Paul Williams. All right, extend the defense. 6-5 Buffs. Wallace up top. He's going to drive in himself, stops, puts it up, contested. Angelo gets the rebound.
Yeah, Buffs 0 for 2 in the paint so far.
Williams on the wing, lobs inside to Yahia, turns around, goes over Wallace, shot no good. Followed by Thomas is no good. And Wallace gets the rebound. Outlet to Blankley. He's open. Too strong on his three.
Cinco Boone was shaking his head, thought his team had 2 good looks inside at the bucket.
Here's Carroll, turns on Blankley, puts it in and is fouled.
WT foul. Hayden Blankley.
Just hung in the air long enough to draw that contact, kept his eyes on the rim the whole time. Pretty shot there.
So Carroll goes to the line for the and one.
You know, Coach Boone was telling you, KJ, his team wildly talented, but just still trying to get that chemistry, and it showed last week. You had a great win against Midwestern State. Then you turn around and maybe struggle a little bit, especially with their scoring. They only scored 69 points against Dallas Baptist.
And Angelo State takes their first lead of the contest. 6-0 run for the Rams over the last minute. Here's Toussaint working on Carroll. Shot clock down to 10. Brown outside. Jesse Aweezy in the game.
Wow.
Ball tipped away by Carroll. Buffs to inbound, but just 5 on the shot clock.
Some really good perimeter defense there by ASU.
Toussaint tries to get it into Shelley. It was a lazy pass stolen away and slammed home by Moses.
Yep, this is a strong start here for ASU.
8-0 run for the Rams. Following a careless turnover there by WT. Eweezy finds Parker Nielsen down low.
Part of Jesse's game that's maybe underrated is the passing.
There's a lob inside. Devon Thomas, the intended receiver, but Eweezy deflects it to Nielsen. Here's Brown. He'll put up the 3. Short.
Again, you got to remember it's been a long time since Juju has played.
About 3 weeks, and he's actually returned for 3 practices this week, and that's been about it.
He'll get it going.
There's a turnover inside. The Buffs will have the basketball when we come back after this timeout. 15:51 to play in the first. Angelo leads it 10-8. You're watching WT Basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train longer, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. Right now, Angelo State with the early lead, 10-8 over West Texas A&M. They've gotten out and defensively done a good job, and on an 8-0 run, Angelo State is. Getting out in passing lanes, steals. You look at defensively for Angelo State, they give up 76 points a game. They score 80, again, the number 1 team in the Lone Star Conference in scoring. They're also, though, the number 1 team in steals per game at just under 10.
Buffs basketball. Larry Wise comes near side to Nielsen, tries to feed Booker.
And there's a steal.
On the low post. Nathaniel Bastian getting a hand on it, stealing it away. Bastian, a 6'8 sophomore from the Bahamas. Kicks it outside to Carroll. Here's Williams for 3.
Yeah.
Can't leave him open.
Well, the Buffs, that possession, their man-to-man was very sagging. I mean, they were protecting the paint, so they gave Williams enough room. He knocks that down.
Wise feeds Awuzie on the block. Jesse backs in, puts it up off the glass, too strong. But look at Nielsen fly in, and he can't convert.
Good hustle from Parker.
Down at the other end, Moses in the paint to Bastian. He's going to be fouled, and if it's Blankley, that'll be his second. And it is. Blankley's second, the Buffs second. Very active down on that offensive end as you watch the Rams here.
Yeah. And Hayden's got to be careful with his fouls. Again, no Dalen Williams. And so in terms of size for the Buffaloes, more short-handed tonight.
Nathaniel Bastian, 66% on the year, shooting twice. Misses the first.
And he is the 3rd leading rebounder in the conference at just over 8 rebounds a game. Big body. 6'8", a transfer from Trinity Valley Community College.
Second shot. Wow. He didn't hit iron there. That's a stoppage in play.
Well, if I'm Nathaniel, I'm saying that one slipped because it came off to the right.
You're in the panhandle. The wind blew it.
Yeah.
You've played out in the driveway.
That's right.
Only in Texas do you have to compensate for the wind when you play basketball. Buffs trailing 13-8. Got a whistle inside, and I think they've got Bastian. Yes, they do. Got him with a hold on Kevon Booker.
Yeah, right now the Buffs need to alleviate some of this perimeter pressure, and how you do that is you go inside. Booker was trying to post up that time.
Rams wearing the black with the bright yellow Rams and the slash down the pant.
Go to work, Jesse.
Here's a Wheezy inside. Put it up over Bastion.
Yeah, if the double team doesn't come, the Buffs have got to be able to capitalize there, and that time Jesse did.
3-point Ram lead. Here's Williams, guarded by Brown. That's a nice matchup.
Yeah, those are two of the quicker players in the conference.
Keelan Penny comes up short. Austin Shelley with the rebound to Booker. The lob to a Wheezy. That's the way you get the ball down court.
Man, when your big men can pass like the Buffs, that is really fun to watch for the home team and hard to defend if you're Angelo State.
Here's Carroll. Puts it off the glass. Short. Booker with the rebound. Comes off the bench and immediately gets an assist, a rebound, and a dunk.
Okay, so the last two possessions, it's been just great passing from the Buffaloes. I think Angelo State was just assessed a technical after the Buffs scored. Not sure if it was something that was said, but the official emphatically called the technical and pointed under the basket.
They're pointing to Tyrell Carroll.
Okay.
That'll be his first personal, team's second foul. This is the WT team that we have seen years past. Strong on defense, fluid getting the ball up court, and take it straight to the rack. Larry Wise goes to the line shooting the technical. Can tie the game, or actually give the Buffs a 2-point lead, which he does, and he'll have another one coming. Buffs on a 6-0 run over the last 57 seconds. Now we'll make it 7-0.
Well, and a good sign, 5 assists already for West Texas A&M in the early going.
Very unselfish. Our officiating crew tonight, Damon Thomas, Kevin McGill, and John Shep. And they were explaining to Angelo State head coach Cinco Boone the reason for the technical. You know, Lucas, we jokingly refer to our small towns of America.
Yes.
Cinco Boone from Elida, New Mexico, and the only way you'll find Elida is to drive from Portales to Roswell, and you pass through it, and it doesn't take long. But his parents have a ranch down there, and he before the game we like to visit, and he'll talk about how the parents are doing on the ranch.
Well, his team
who's doing well off the ranch. Keelan Penny with a 3 from the corner.
Yeah, the Rams shooting really well from the outside so far.
As in 50%. How about the Buffs? 50%. Here's Wise. Puts it off the glass and gets a friendly roll.
See, when you're as good of a scorer as Larry is, you can score and it doesn't look pretty. That looked awkward. Looked like he was leaning backward. The defense was pretty good.
The ball just died on the cylinder.
He still puts it in.
Here's Thomas, guarded by Booker. Left wing to Moses. Penny. He'll put up a 3 over Shelley and knocks it down.
Yeah, so that's going to be the challenge for Austin Shelley is you got to get up and defend that three-point line, but Penny is pretty quick too.
19-18 Rams.
Well, we said it, Kent, pregame, top 2 scoring teams in the conference, a lot of scoring.
We got it. And Larry shuffled his feet, came to a stop, wanted to pass to Shelley, who was covered, kind of took a stutter step.
That was really good defense by Dante Moses. He's got the length, so he can contend with Larry in terms of getting in his face, but he's also very quick and physical with him right now.
Approaching the 12-minute mark of the first half, Angelo leading by 1 and with the basketball. Paul Williams. He's open. He'll take the 3. Can't get that one to go. Wise comes up with the carom, brings it up court. He's not going to stop. Little floater, short. Long rebound. Toussaint comes up with it. Buff set up the half court. Toussaint outside. Quick 3. Won't go. Wallace hustles in, knocks the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Devon Thomas. It'll be the Buffaloes basketball when we come back from this timeout. 11:30 to play in the first. Angelo State leads it 19-18. You're watching WT Basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
Registered since the start of the 1980 campaign.
The best tailgates start with the best beef, and the best beef starts with Market Street. Market Street, where we do beef the best.
Welcome to Shimon Dental Group, where every day we're excited to see our patients and treat them like family. We are dedicated to providing you with the highest quality care in a friendly and comfortable environment. Shimon Dental Group's patient-focused philosophy puts your needs front and center.
We are constantly investing in leading-edge technology. Innovations that speed the treatment process and improve aesthetics. We're expanding the breadth of our cosmetic and restorative services through training to provide the best possible outcomes.
Just with the level of commitment that they show to taking care of my family and I, it's absolutely unmatched in this town, so I've been very happy with them.
Brightening smiles for more than 3 decades.
Contact Shimon Dental Group for your appointment today.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. West Texas A&M had the lead for a moment, and then Angelo State has been hot from the three-point line, so the Rams storm right back and lead 19-18, 11:30 still to play before halftime. Been a very entertaining game with, again, a lot of scoring, some good passing from the Buffs.
Rams have knocked down 4 of 8 three-pointers in the first 8.5 minutes. Here's Wise in the corner. He'll take the baseline, put it off the glass short, but there's a Weezy with the follow, and Jesse with 6 early points.
Yeah, we said he had to step up so far. He has been up to the challenge.
Gives the Buffs the lead again at 20-19. Long three, misfired by Dela Cruz. Buffs with the basketball. Wise open, knocks it down. You know, we say it year after year, game after game, but when you're playing the Buffs, you don't have time to take a breath.
You don't, and just like that, Larry Wise is in double figures. That was a really nice find in transition by Juju.
There was a miss by Thomas, but the rebound underneath by Fredolin Dela Cruz. He's a transfer from UT Arlington.
Another big body, he's 6'8".
Whistled his first personal foul. Thus with 3
Originally out of El Sabo, Dominican Republic.
For Angelo State,
He'll shoot
Fred De La Cruz.
twice here. Knocks down the first.
De La Cruz just 3.5 points a game, 3 rebounds. But again, giving depth to Cinco Boone coming off the bench.
You see the knee brace he's wearing. He was recruited out of UTA, had some knee issues there, but the Angelo State basketball staff thought it was worth the challenge of taking him and seeing if they could rehab that knee and get him in the lineup. Here's Toussaint, short pull-up, a little too strong. Yahaya with the rebound.
Yeah, Zach's only taken 2 shots. He's 0 for 2 so far. Hasn't been able to find his rhythm yet.
Approaching the midway point of the first half, Buffs by 2. Bastion kicks it outside. Moses, pump fake. Outside to Carroll for 3, no. Rebound fought for. And knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Rams.
That's one that when Dante Moses, they go back and watch the film, he's going to think back and say, man, I should have taken that one to the hole. He passed it outside, but the paint opened up. He could have scored there. I like the sneakers, though, that he's wearing tonight.
I was about to ask if you have noticed Dante's sneakers.
You know, bright yellow, a lot of color. Almost looks SpongeBob-like.
Brown, mid-range, can't get it to go. Basket's gone cold for the Buffaloes, as it has for the Rams, who are 0 for their last 4 for the field. And there's a slap. Did they get Parker Nielsen? Nope, that's Addison Wallace.
Addison Wallace. I said the sneakers look like SpongeBob. I don't watch it, the show, obviously, but I think it's still on because what I did watch was last Sunday, the Cowboys game. It was on Nickelodeon. I watched just a little bit of the Nickelodeon broadcast because I was so mad at them.
Is it a different broadcast?
Yeah, they have some neat things for kids and put some pretty cool graphics up there. You score a touchdown, they put slime on the screen. So
just what I need for my NFL Sunday.
That's right.
Well, the Buffs misfire again, and here come the Rams. Quickly the other way. Moses got it.
He is an impressive player on both ends of the floor. Just used his strength that time to bowl through and score.
He's a D1 transfer from Radford University in Virginia. Big South Conference school. There's a turnover. We go the other way, and the easy lay-in by Devon Thomas forces Tom Brown to take a timeout. 8:48 to play. First half, Buffs trail 25-23, 6-0 Ram run. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Buff Basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. Lucas Kinsey along with Kent Johnson here watching the Buffs and the Rams on a Thursday night in Canyon, Texas. And right now the Rams lead 25-23. The teams keep going back and forth. Buffs make a run, take the lead, and then the Rams do the same. Angelo State, told you they were tops in the conference in steals per game. Defensively, they've forced 4 turnovers already against WT.
That's usually a half's worth for the Buffs. Oh, my. Wallace takes it in. Miles McAdory says no, but there's a foul. McAdory called for the foul, his first, third team. That'll send Addison Wallace to the line shooting twice. Well, McAdory 6'6", he looks about 3 inches taller.
Yeah, it's only the second time for WT to go to the free throw line in the half.
Addison knocks down the first. Had 11 points against A&M Commerce, 14 points at Oklahoma Christian.
2 points.
Got 2 points so far, both from the line. Ties us up at 25, 8.5 to play in the first. Here's Carroll. Left wing to Moses. Moses will put up a 3, no good. They're waiting for the rebound.
The Buffs got lucky here, yeah. KJ. They're going to call a over the back.
It looked like McAdory had the ball, and we'll see what happens here.
Toussaint's late a little bit on his block out because he's actually blocking out the other player. And
he benefited from being short.
I guess. It pays to be short, right?
For McAdory, that's quickly his second foul. Team's fourth. Buffs basketball tied at 25. Welcome, everyone, from around the country, and we'll shoot around the globe anymore, watching Buffs and the Rams here on the LSC Digital Network. Kent Johnson along with Lucas Kinsey. As Larry Wise puts up a 3, no good. Wallace gets the offensive board, steps out, and comes up short with his jumper.
I think Tom Brown loves the hustle and the rebound. Maybe not the shot. It was a quick one, and he was kind of off balance.
Long 3 by McAdory, misses everything, but the Rams get another offensive rebound. That's their 6th offensive board, make it 7. And Bastion.
Yeah, he's injured.
I think he banged elbows with Addison. For Addison, that's going to be his second personal.
Media timeout.
Fifth team foul against the Buffaloes. 7:28 to play in the first. We're tied at 25. You're watching Buffalo basketball on the WT or on the LSC Digital Network.
On the screen, and enter for your chance to win the Texas Farm Bureau giveaway.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
Jenkins Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated, and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
All tied up, 25-25, West Texas A&M and Angelo State. The two teams have cooled off from the field, each side shooting 39%. The Buffs struggling to score last several minutes.
Yeah, the Buffs, 2 of their last 10 from the field, but so is Angelo State.
Yeah.
Looking at the stats, what I see that we're not used to seeing, the Buffs, as you mentioned, 4 turnovers in the first 13 minutes, but Angelo State 7 points off those turnovers.
Yeah, they're getting steals, getting out passing lanes, and they're going down and getting points in transition.
We've got Nathaniel Bastian at the line, shooting twice.
One shot.
Knocked down his first. Missed the second. There's Booker with the rebound.
JT Warren on the floor here for West Texas A&M. Good to see him.
Sophomore from Waxahachie. And he's going to...
Coaches hate to see that the foul call that was just called there. Can't way away from the ball.
That's McAdory picking up his third and the Rams' fifth. And that was JT Warren that caused that.
Yeah, he's just down trying to establish position, and somebody gave a bump in the back there, elbow.
Here's Booker on the wing. He's going to back in on the block. Turn, puts it up, short. 2 for their last 11 from the floor. Driving baseline, Moses, reverse, got it.
He is showing his complete game here in this first half. That time drives strong to the basket. The defender comes, and so he goes underneath and scoops it.
Wise for 3, short. Brown gets the offensive board. Gives it to Booker, takes it in and slams it home. Oh my! Lock the doors.
Yeah. Poster time for Kevon Booker.
And the answer at the other end.
That quiets your crowd. Wow. I mean, you get into it. Kevon with the facial dunk, but Angelo State just calmly comes down and
Devon Thomas
another
with three. Highlights at both ends of the floor. His Aweezy inside, puts it off the glass. Too strong, taps it to Warren, who takes it to the rack.
Good hustle from JT Warren, offensive rebound, put back. Let's see if we have that last one. There's a timeout on the floor. Here's a look at this. Nice soaring through the air, JT Warren. It's just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. So WT trailing by 2, 31-29, and some nice highlights there for the Buffs, back-to-back possessions. Angelo State, though, still with the lead. For the Rams, they have made 5 threes, 2 more than the Buffs have made. As WT is 3 of 8, and Angelo State 5 for 14. The rebounds very even. WT 17, Angelo State 16.
Welcome back to WT Buffs.
Points in the paint, WT with 16, Angelo State with 12. And WT with 7 assists so far in this contest. It'll be Ram basketball.
Bringing it up court, Tyrell Carroll. His team leading by 2. They go in the corner. Williams, his 3 no good. Williams has gone cold of late. Wise with the rebound. Brings it down court.
Oh,
here's
ISO.
Juju up top.
Yeah, Kevon's got to keep moving his feet. He had that side of the floor cleared out. But
yeah, Booker and Bastion working on it down low. Now Kevon comes high as Wise takes it in. Can't go off the glass, but there's a Weezy with the rim rocker.
That's a cleanup on aisle 5 right there, with Jesse coming through and crashing it home.
8 points for Oeasy. He's been on the floor for 10. Here's Williams, spins and turns and misses. Booker with the rebound. That's his 3rd. Booker at the lane, goes in, puts up a left-hander and draws the foul. He was kind of restrained on that. You could see he wanted to.
Yeah, he made a good decision. At first, it looked like he wanted to pass it down inside to Jesse, but the Rams took that away, and so he was patient but strong with the ball inside the paint, and he gets to the free throw line. Nicely done. Again, Kevon Booker, through his career, Kent, he has improved so much. Coaching staff has done a tremendous job with him, and his confidence has gotten better each year. But his game has evolved as well, and we're seeing just on that sequence right there.
His freshman year, we heard he had the game.
Yeah.
But he
was timid.
He did, yes. I don't want to say he didn't have confidence. He was confident, but he was timid in doing it. He's not timid anymore. Knocks them both down. He has 6. He'll head to the bench. Addison Wallace returns to the lineup. And the Buffs, again, have a 2-point lead, and that's about as big a lead as you get tonight.
That's right. Yeah, the Rams have had an answer every time. Let's see if WT defensively can clamp down here.
Here's Penny. Kicks it outside to Thomas. Up top to Penny. He's got a couple threes. He's going to take it in, put it high off the glass, short. Wallace with the rebound, ahead to Brown. Buffs on the run. Brown turns the corner, kicks it outside to Wise. Wallace goes baseline, has the ball knocked away, recovers. Wallace in the paint, can't come up with it, gets his own rebound, and draws the foul.
And he's so quick, even though he missed that shot. Look how quickly he got the offensive rebound. Rams are still kind of watching the ball, and Addison's already flying in to get his own rebound.
With his first personal foul.
Salisu Yahaya with his first personal. Team foul number 2nd will send Wallace to the line, shooting 1 and 1.
And that's why you go back to those old block-out drills, and the coaches say you can't turn and look at the rim. You got to find a body and block out.
Buffs on a 6-0 run over the last minute 53. Wallace knocks down the first. He gets a second.
Addison has a unique free throw style with his feet. He really locks that elbow in, though, tries to keep it in, and he's improved his free throw shooting as the season has gone on.
Yeah, really puts that right foot in front of the left.
Nah. I'll take the blame on that one.
What you're talking about.
I know.
4 minutes to play in the first. Buffs up 34-31. Here's Carroll. He wants to do it himself. We've got a whistle.
It should be an illegal screen.
And we're going to have an offensive foul. Charge against.
Yeah. Look at this one again. I mean, they try to go pick and roll here, and
yeah, he's just moving his way down the lane there.
Cleared out 2 players, and so a good call there by the official.
For De La Cruz, that'll be his first, team's 8th, and we've got a timeout on the floor. Buffs lead at 34-31. You're watching Buffalo basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
When joints begin to fail, it's more than an inconvenience. The relentless grinding pain slows you down and can even stop you from doing the things you enjoy in life. At Physicians Surgical Hospitals, our skilled orthopedic experts are using advanced robotic surgeries to get you back to being you sooner with a less painful recovery. We're doing more than restoring joints. We're restoring lives.
West Texas A&M will come out of this media timeout. 3:52 to play here before halftime, and the Buffs lead 34-31, and getting good performances in particular from Larry Wise and Jesse Owiezi. Larry with 10 points, Jesse with 8 points, a couple of rebounds. For Angelo State, scoring really spread out. Their leading scorer, though, Paul Williams right now with 8 points.
Here's Wallace backing in on Penny.
He just keeps drawing fouls, Kent.
He does. Take your points from the line. Nothing wrong with that.
And the Rams frustrated at Cinco Boone trying to get an explanation right now. He feels like the Buffs are going to the free throw line quite a bit.
Booker back to the lineup for the Buffs, replacing Wise. You know, someone that's been quiet in this game has been Zach Tucson.
He has been, and I'm sure Angelo State defensively has number 14 as a key on their game plan.
Wallace misses. Rams get the rebound at the other end. There's a three knocked down by Paul Williams.
More times than not, you leave Paul Williams open, he is going to splash in the three, and he does it there. Buffs got lost transition defense.
He's got 11 to lead the Rams in scoring. Ties us up at 34. Addison goes underneath, finds Booker, who lays it in.
Again, Kevon. He thought, oh, is he going to dunk it? Well, he couldn't dunk it that time. He actually switched to his left hand.
Oh, and the answer at the other end, Penny with his third three.
Yeah, these three-pointers, man, keeping Angelo State in it and now giving them the lead again, 37-36. What it's doing is they're preventing the Buffs from going on a run.
Yeah. Down low, Wallace off the glass, got it. That was a mismatch with Addison Wallace going up against Williams.
Good production from Addison, 5 points, 3 rebounds.
That was Addison's first field goal. There's a miss. Tucson had the ball, lost it. Picked up, put back in by Carroll.
What an incredible shot for Tyrell Carroll. How did he get that over Kevon and an extra defender?
Tucson tripped, goes down and hit his head on the shin of Paul Williams. And
yikes,
that's got to hurt. Zach's getting up, but you can see in the face.
Let's look at this one again here, Kent. Hopefully Zach, we know how tough Zach is.
He'll get tripped going down and goes head to shin, I believe. Well, Williams is holding his thigh, so it's a little higher up, and that might be a saving grace in that it's a little softer up there than if he hits the knee or the shin, yeah.
We have seen Zach wearing a mask before in his career. Remember that?
Yeah.
Zach Tucson at the line.
He might be seeing 3 baskets right now.
Choose which one. Misses the first.
Larry Wise and Julius Brown back into the game.
Let's see if Coach Brown's going to leave him in there. Looks like he will. Or maybe not. Austin Shelley gets up off the bench, set to check in.
Zach gets the second.
Austin Shelley.
Now they will check on Zach here. Austin said, Zach, who you guarding?
Yeah,
Zach turns around. I don't know if I know right now.
Yeah, I don't want to joke about that. You know, Zach has missed games in the past.
Yeah.
Concussion protocols. So we hope he goes over there and counts all 12 fingers and gets back in the ballgame. Here's Penny. Inside of 2, knocks down the 3.
Ooh.
How about 4 threes in the first half for Keelan Penny? Rams up by 3 at 42-39. Minute and a half to play here in the first. Wise with the pull-up.
Dante Moses was signaling that, hey, Larry pushed off. That was a really smooth shot from Wise and pretty good defense by Moses.
Williams gets around Brown. And let's see who they're going to ring up. It's going to be Addison Wallace with the hold. That's Addison's third. Team foul number 6 against the Buffaloes.
Now that's trouble right there, Ken. That's going to get Jesse Aweezy up off the bench because Addison, he did not need to pick up that third foul. Remember, Blankley's already on the bench with 2 fouls.
Fouls early. Fresh reset for the Rams. Penny missed that one. Aweezy saves it and throws it out of bounds. Had the right idea, just lacked the execution. 1:06 to play. First half. Rams lead it 42-41. Buffs in the double bonus. Here's Penny. Inside of a minute to play in the first. Moses on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Moses drives and fouled with 4 seconds left by Larry Wise.
Yeah, that's what he has the ability to do. Who'd they call it on?
Yeah, it was Wise. Okay. It was Larry, yes.
Yeah, Moses right here showing he can get in the paint strong to be able to finish enough and draw contact.
For the year,
Dante Moses.
Moses, a 68%er. He'll shoot twice. Knocks down the first.
Yeah, he has been very impressive tonight. Again, coming into this one, 13 points a game, 5 rebounds. 56% from the field. And his defense has been pretty good, too. He's caused some turnovers.
Well, Toussaint returns to the lineup, replacing Aweezy.
That's a good sign there.
One shot.
Buffs trailing by 2. Could be 3. It's not. Booker with the rebound. Brown hustles the ball back to Booker. Oh, and Kavon turned, was looking for Wise on the wing, and Larry had pulled up on top.
5th turnover committed by West Texas A&M.
40 seconds to play in the first. Rams by 2. Here's Moses. Turnaround from 16. No. Buffs come up with the rebound. 4 white jerseys under that defensive basket. $17 on the shot clock, 17 and a half on the game clock. Look for the Buffs to play for 1 here. Brown has the ball knocked away, and WT will inbound to the right of their bucket. Nine seconds on the shot clock. 9.6 on the game clock. Wise to inbound. Gets it into Toussaint in the corner. Zach double teamed, and he'll call a timeout.
Tom Brown, why'd you call timeout, Zach? Say, Coach, I want you to draw up a really good play right here for us to make a shot before we go to the locker room. This is a big possession here. I mean, it's not a lot of times where you are on the road here at WT and you go into the locker room with a lead. So Angelo State does lead right now by 2. We'll see what the Buffs do, though, when they come back.
So many options. I mean, sometimes you can say, look for Zach to get open behind a screen, whatever, but how about Kavon floating down the lane?
Yep.
We've seen the Buffs fake one way and throw it under the basket. We've seen them pitch it out in the corner for a 3.
And they're going to have plenty of shooters on the floor right now with Shelley, Toussaint, Julius Brown, and then Larry, who's the inbounder. And still plenty of time, 6.8 seconds, a lot of time here.
Rams go man. They're not going to front, at least it appears they're not going to front Wise. They're going to deny the paint.
So maybe if Julius runs away, look for someone coming back to the ball.
6.8 on the clock.
At halftime, Kent will have some scores from around the Lone Star Conference, including at Aggie Gym, a very close game on the women's side.
Wise to inbound, gets it into Booker, gives it back to Wise. 3, the shot, no good. Rebound brought down by the Rams, and that will conclude our first half of play. As the teams go to the locker room, Angelo State takes a 43-41 lead. We're going to take a timeout, and we'll come back, have our halftime activities. You're watching West Texas A&M basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train longer, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
Bud Light, proudly brewed
in the heart of Texas.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
How do you make something that's already fresh even fresher? By adding fresh new things, like crisp pico de gallo for a little kick, and creamy cilantro lime sauce for that extra whoa. And pepper jack cheese because, of course, all on top of 2 fresh beef patties, or with chicken on a brioche bun. Whataburger's limited time pico de gallo burger and new pico de gallo chicken sandwiches. Good thing for fresh things. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. We are at the half with Angelo State holding a narrow 43-41 lead over West Texas A&M. And Lucas Kinsey, it was a half that neither team was ahead by more than 5. For the most part, it was a 2 or 3 point game. We had 9 lead changes. We had 6 ties. And if you look at the amount of time that each team led, it was within a minute of being evenly divided, which is what we thought we would see in this game, is a very closely fought game. But Angelo State's outside shooting is preventing the Buffs from going on one of those runs that we're used to seeing.
Yeah, the Rams have had 3 different players make a three-pointer, but 2 of those players, Paul Williams and then Keelan Penny, have made 3 or more three-point baskets. Keelan Penny on fire, 4 of 6 from the three-point line in the first half, and then Paul Williams made 3 of his three-pointers that he put up. So that's one of the biggest differences. The Buffaloes have got out and they've run. Rams as a team have made 8 threes. Buffs have only made 3. WT doing a really nice job passing the ball, though. They have 9 assists. Neither team really struggling much with turning the ball over. But when the Buffs have turned it over, the Rams have gotten out and they've turned the turnovers into points. So that's been something that Cinco Boone's team has done a nice job of. You mentioned the lead, the biggest lead. Angelo State, their biggest lead, 5-point lead. WT's largest lead, 4. So what that means is each side is doing a nice job of coming back and preventing one of those long runs. But I said it right before halftime, and the Buffs were not able to convert on that last offensive possession. Not many times that WT goes into the locker room and trails at halftime, so they're going to make some adjustments. We were glad to see Juju get back in action, Julius Brown, but he has been a little sluggish to start in this first half. The other thing, too, the Rams have done a really nice job defensively against Zach Toussaint. Zach with just 1 point. That came at the free throw line, so 0 of 2 from the field for him. He hasn't got many good looks. You go back and you say, and it can't be an excuse because it's the next game on the schedule, but the Buffs look a little bit at times like a team that has been off for an extended period, which they have.
Well, they have been off since 2 weeks ago, this coming Saturday. They didn't play at all last week. Julius Brown hasn't played in 3 weeks. And it takes a little time to get your feet back under you. Here's a look at our team stats as we sit here at the half. From the floor, the Rams are 15 of 35 for 42%. The Buffaloes 15 of 34, 44%. 3 points, the Rams have knocked down 8 of 20, whereas WT has hit 3 of 9. Buffs have fared a little better than the Rams from the foul line. The Buffs 8 of 11 for 72% free throw shooting. The Rams 5 of 9 for 55%. WT with a narrow edge on the boards, 23-21. Buffs have committed 5 turnovers to 4 for the Rams. As Lucas mentioned a moment ago, the Rams faring better off those turnovers with 7 points off turnovers. The Buffs have just 2 points coming off turnovers. Biggest scoring run for either team has been 8. Both teams have had an 8-point scoring run. Biggest lead's been 5 for the Rams, 4 for the Buffs. And here we are at the half, 43-41, Angelo State with the lead. Let's take a timeout. When we come back, Lucas will have some scores from around men's and women's basketball in the Lone Star Conference. You're watching WT Basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1931 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
Welcome to MetaDrive Pharmacy, Canyon's hometown pharmacy for over 32 years. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to counsel you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly, professional service and the highest quality medicines and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your healthcare needs.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train long, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
Welcome back to Canyon, Texas. Halftime here at the First United Bank Center on beach night as the West Texas A&M students have come out. Good crowd for WT this evening, and they are seeing an entertaining first half with Angelo State leading here at halftime, 43-41. Let's look at some scores from around the Lone Star Conference. On the women's side, a final over in Portales, New Mexico tonight. Eastern New Mexico, the Greyhounds get the win over the Rattlers of St. Mary's, 77-61. Again, on the women's side, this time at Aggie Gym, Cameron defeats UT Permian Basin. Good to see Cameron playing basketball. They've missed some games due to some COVID-19 issues, but Cameron gets a big win tonight over UTPB, 67-66 by 1 point, defeating the Falcons. Another women's score, a close one. Texas A&M International at home defeats Oklahoma Christian, 81-75. Kingsville, the Lady Javelinas, defeat Arkansas Fort Smith at home at the Steinke Center in Kingsville, 62-57. One of the top teams in the Lone Star Conference, Texas A&M Commerce, leads in Silver City, 66. Actually, it's just went final. They defeat Western New Mexico by 14 points on the road, 66-52. And then a final at Kitty McGee Arena in Denton. Midwestern State goes on the road and gets a much-needed win. They defeat TWU 83-76. Switching gears and looking at the men's side, WT's opponent on Saturday will be the Falcons of UT Permian Basin. They lead at Aggie Gym at halftime, 37-32 over Cameron. Another score at home, Texas A&M International. The Dust Devils trail Oklahoma Christian by the score 26-23. That game almost at halftime. A close one in Kingsville between Texas A&M Kingsville and University of Arkansas Fort Smith, a team that defeated the Buffs, remember, earlier in the season in Arkansas. But Arkansas Fort Smith leads 5:20 to play before halftime, 22-20. Now it just went tied up at 22 apiece. And then this one pretty close right now over at the Rip Griffin Center, 40-35, just starting the second half of play. LCU leads over Andre Cook-led St. Edward's team. A final earlier, the LCU women defeated St. Ed's 64-44, and that's a look at the scores from around the Lone Star Conference. Our score here, 43-41 ASU over WT.
LCU's men haven't been tripped up yet this year.
They have not. They're the number one team in the country. And that is, again, Kent, as you look ahead, Buffs have got to take care of business tonight, but I know a lot of people already looking at the schedule. WT will play LCU here at home for the regular season. Big matchup there.
Let's take a quick look at our individual stats for the first half. First for Angelo State. Salisu Yahaya had 2 rebounds. Devon Thomas had 5 points, 3 boards. Tyrell Carroll had 5 points, 1 rebound. Dante Moses, 7 points, 3 rebounds. Paul Williams with a team-high 11 points, 3 rebounds. Nathaniel Bastian with 2 boards. Miles McAdory with 2 rebounds. Keelan Penny with a team and game-tying high 12 points and 1 rebound. And Fred De La Cruz, 2 points, 2 boards. Foul trouble? Well, McAdory has 3 fouls in the first half. For the Buffaloes, Julius Brown has 2 rebounds. Zach Toussaint has 1.1 board. Hayden Blankley with 3 points. Addison Wallace, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Larry Wise with a team-high 12 points, 3 rebounds. Jesse Oweezy with 8 points, 2 boards. Parker Nielsen, 2 points, 2 rebounds. Kevon Booker with 8 points and a game-high 4 rebounds. Austin Shelley with 1 rebound. J.T. Warren with 1 rebound. Addison Wallace has 3 personal fouls and is the only Buff really in any kind of foul trouble. Let's take this final timeout. When we come back, we'll have the second half of play. Angelo State leads it 43-41. You're watching Buffalo basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
When joints begin to fail, it's more than an inconvenience. The relentless grinding pain slows you down and can even stop you from doing the things you enjoy in life. At Physicians Surgical Hospitals, our skilled orthopedic experts are using advanced robotic surgeries to get you back to being you sooner with a less painful recovery. We're doing more than restoring joints. We're restoring lives.
smile is understood in any language. It represents joy, love, and shows you care. At Full Smile Dental, our mission is to build lifelong relationships one smile at a time by providing accessible, compassionate, quality care with the personal touch of friendship. Come see us at Full Smile Dental, located in Canyon, Amarillo, Dumas, and Dalhart, and ask us about our free Whitening for Life program.
All right, we get ready to start second half action here at the First United Bank Center. Lucas Kinsey along with Kent Johnson. Our director tonight, Thunder Vision crew, Jamie Abbott. We're glad to have you joining us this evening. We'll be back in action here on Saturday, doubleheader, as the Lady Buffs will return to action. UT Permian Basin comes to town on Saturday, but Kent, right now the Buffs have got to worry about the Rams of Angelo State. What adjustments? The Buffs were in the locker room for a long time before they came out. What adjustments are Coach Tom Brown, Chris Gove, Quincy Henderson talking about?
I think you'll look both ends of the floor. Offensively, the Buffs have been getting production from just about everybody.
Yeah.
But it hasn't necessarily been unselfish production. It's been the isolation. Larry Wise or Kevon Booker backing down, kicking it out, maybe a three. Get more people involved on the offense. Defensively, just got to play tighter man, you know. I mean,
the three-point basket.
Angelo State's done a good job of knocking down the threes, but if you say extend the defense, you've still got to respect the bigs underneath. So we'll see what transpires here in the second half of play as Angelo State has first possession with a 2-point lead. Here's Carroll to Williams. Moses in the corner to Carroll for three, and that's how the Rams open the second half.
Yeah, and that's a mistake defensively. Hayden Blankley, I know he doesn't want to foul, but he doesn't even get his hand up on the closeout. Easy three.
Brown takes it to the rack, and that's the joyous Brown that we were used to seeing before he got sidelined with illness. And the Buffs got it down court quick.
They did. Good answer. Got to play better defense.
Here's Carroll with a step back from 15. No. Wise with the rebound. Toussaint open for three. Can't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by Carroll, and quickly at the other end, Moses goes in and misses the layup. Angelo State with the offensive board, and they get a reset. Had a golden opportunity to go up 5. Williams for three, puts them up 6.
So twice to start this second half, the Buffs have doubled the basketball, and twice they've given up 3-point baskets.
Here's Blankley, goes strong to the rack. That's a side of Hayden you don't see a lot of.
2 good drives by WT. Angelo State will play tight defense on the ball, but a lot of times their help side is lacking, so you can get to the rim if you take it strong.
Here's Thomas. He slipped, and that's a walk. Good defense there by Addison Wallace.
WT ball.
Buffs basketball trailing by 4, 49-45, just underway here in the second. In the Ram Bells and the Lady Buffs game postponed earlier tonight. They look to make that game up sometime in the foreseeable future.
Hopefully, yeah. Some of those games sometimes don't get made up, but hopefully we get to play it.
He'll take the three and knock it down.
He doesn't make a lot of those, but that one was in from the time it left his hand.
Some exciting news coming out of the conference office today with the return of the postseason tournament to Comerica Arena in Frisco.
Yes. I was trying to figure out what they were calling. The Buffs thought they had a travel against Paul Williams, but they do call a reach foul before steps were taken.
On Zach Toussaint, his first, the team's first. Rams inbound, leading by 1.
Good help.
Bastion cut off, kicks it outside to Williams. Williams gets free. in the corner, open. Thomas for three.
Again, you continue to double team. Angelo State is too good of a passing team. They're getting the ball out quickly. They're finding wide open shooters. That's the third three here in the second half. 11 for the game for Angelo State.
Each of the Rams' field goals in the second half, all three of them, have been three-pointers. 52-48. Wise misfires in the paint. Rams come up with the rebound. There's Moses in front of his bench. To Carroll, drives the paint, floater off the glass and in. Well, the Rams have it together here to start the second half of play. Blankley for three, in and out.
Yeah, this is the largest lead for either team the entire game.
Carroll to Williams in the corner, misses on the three.
Well, the Angelo State bench was ready to explode if that shot would have gone down.
Brown takes it all the way to the rack.
Julius Brown.
Julius with two strong drives in the second half.
And he's kind of getting back into a flow, huh?
And there's a steal. Blankley. What's he want to do? A nice, easy flush. And we've got a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. Let's see what we've got here with Hayden stepping in the passing lane, stealing the ball. Coast to coast, 2-point game, 54-52. Angelo State on top. We'll be back after this. You're watching WT Basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
Choosing the right countertops for your kitchen can be tricky. Nowadays, there are hundreds of colors, patterns, and textures and materials that range from natural to engineered stone. Marble Depot is here for you throughout every step of the process. And yes, we do have a lot of options that might make that decision a little harder, but we're also going to ask the right questions so that you get the most out of your investment. So come by our showroom and let us help create what you've been dreaming of.
They just keep going back and forth, KJ. Rams got the 6-point lead, but then the Buffs have been able to respond thanks to some good defense, and then they get out in transition, get some points. It's been threes for one team and twos for the other.
You want offense. That's what you got in the second half. The Rams 4 of 7, 57% in the half. The Buffs 5 of 8, 62%. The Rams 3 of 4 from three-point range. Well, the Buffs have knocked one down themselves. And we are right back where we were at the half at a 2-point ball game.
And a lot of times this season, we have seen some excellent defense from West Texas A&M. This was going to be one of their biggest challenges tonight against the top scoring team in the conference here in Angelo State.
And Kevon Booker is going to get called impeding the progress of Paul Williams. For Kevon, that's his first. Second team foul. And we've got immediate timeout on the floor with 15:49 to play in the second. 54-52 our score. Let's take it with them. You're watching Buff Basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
Jenkins Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated, and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
Bucky's not afraid. Welcome back to the First United Bank Center as West Texas A&M trails by just 2 points, 54-52. Angelo State. See some of the fans enjoying this game tonight. Beach night here at the First United Bank Center. Why not, Kent, on a day when the wind chill made it about 13 degrees? Bring the beach inside.
Well, bring the beach. You also bring the defense. We talked about in the first half that the Buffs had only forced 4 Angelo State turnovers, 2 points off those turnovers. In the first 3.5 minutes of the second half, they forced 2 turnovers, but they've got 4 points out of it.
Yeah, they continue to trap the basketball, see if it pays off or if Angelo State keeps getting open looks.
Here's Carroll. Draws the foul and then flings it up, hoping to go to the line. The foul's going to be on Brown, and they call it a shooting foul.
Wow. That's one where the offensive player, I know there's some contact, but he's a little out of control.
For Juju, that's his first, team's third. Tyrell Carroll at the line. He's 1 of 1 tonight. Now let's make it 2 of 2.
And this is what we talked about, the balance of Angelo State. So Carroll is in double figures. He has 11. Thomas has 8. Paul Williams with 14. Penny with 12. And Moses has 7.
And what we see is they go 7 deep.
Yeah.
So if you're on the floor, you're going to play a while. There we got a touch foul underneath. They're going to get Carroll with a hold on Juju.
Carroll, that's his third.
Carroll, that will be his third.
First team foul on the Rams.
Brown to inbound for the Buffs. Lobs it in to Wise in the paint. Buffs will pull it out. Rams by 4 at 56-52, approaching the 15-minute mark of the second. Brown up top, drives in, floats, puts it off the glass. No, there's a Wheezy with the offensive board, and he will draw the foul.
What a strong offensive rebound by Jesse. Grabbing that one over 2 Ram defenders. He really fought hard for that one.
Devon Thomas called for the hold. He said strong rebound by Jesse. You could just say strong.
Oh, yeah. Everything he does brings a lot of strength. Mismatch.
Wise gets it into Blankley, and Blankley has the ball stolen away by Fred Dela Cruz, and Dela Cruz tries to...
Clearly last touch by Hayden. By his face.
Well, Dela Cruz was already out of bounds at the time, but... Hayden seeing the red and blue stars now. Buffs basketball, 10 on the shot clock. Booker on the wing. Up top to Wise. Larry wants to drive, has the ball slapped away. Shot clock at 2. Brown gets it off, but he's going to miss everything.
Yeah, that was solid defense by Angelo State. I thought early in the possession, Jesse was open in the post, probably needed to get the ball. But Angelo State forces another turnover, and they lead by 4.
56-52. Still a lot of time to play. Moses on the wing. In the corner to Thomas, who goes in for the rim rocker.
Yeah, liftoff there for Angelo State, and the Buffs just got out of the way. Matches the largest lead. Again, we go back. Angelo State has not beaten the Buffs in the last 12 straight times.
January of 2016. Booker has the ball stolen underneath. Tom Brown wants a foul.
Well, he's going to get a foul, but it's going to go against the Buffs.
That'll go against Larry Wise, his second. Team foul number 5 against WT. Now let's make that their 4th team foul. .14:04 to play in the second. Rams up 58-52 and a little bit of momentum heading their way.
First time in the game here, we're going to see Jonas Carlisle, true freshman from San Antonio.
Here's Thomas with a jab step, gets some space on Toussaint, but misses the 3. Wallace dribbles up top. Trying to get Booker, puts up the three instead. No good, and they're going to get Kavon over the back.
And that's not a good defensive possession, offensive possession, I should say. They're going to switch and call this against Angelo State.
This is going to go against
a push-off.
Penny.
But that last possession there, you had Addison dribbling, no ball movement, a contested deep three taken, and the Buffs are lucky that Penny was too aggressive on his box out.
Yeah, that was not a good offensive possession, but the possession continues right here. Here's Wise on the wing.
I have to ask you what you think about the headband look there for Larry tonight, KJ. I like it.
I like it. There's a little floater by Toussaint, the putback by Blankley, and they miss on both.
Lid on the rim.
Very clean look for Wise. Speaking of, Moses goes in for the dunk.
I'd like to look at this one again. Hayden Blankley, I thought he had a clean block.
Clean.
Early whistle there, because initially it did look like Angelo State was about to have a highlight dunk. Let's see this one. Not a lot of contact there.
For Blankley, that's his third.
Well, what it does, the boos from the home crowd fire up Angelo State.
Moses makes the first of two.
Oh, and Moses signals for the student section to be quiet.
There's one way to answer.
It is the largest lead here for Angelo State. Need to see the Buffs get some offense going now.
One shot.
Moses makes them both. Buffs in an 8-point hole. 13 minutes to play in the second. Toussaint drives, floats, can't get it to go.
Oh, just those layups not falling for the Buffs.
Here's Williams. He's going to be blocked from behind by Carlisle.
Yeah, good
out
defensive
of bounds,
play.
Buffs basketball.
Carlisle, sneaky athleticism there.
Brown returns to the lineup. I like his retro hairstyle as well.
That's
he does
right.
that from time to time. Got the sideburns, little beard, and a full afro.
You're feeling Dr. J from the 70s?
Yeah, I'm thinking one of my favorites growing up was Walt Frazier, New York Knicks. Played for Southern Illinois and then was a Hall of Famer. The Knicks with Dave DeBusschere and Willis Reed. Just before your time.
Just a little bit, yeah, just a little bit.
68, 69, 70, right in there.
Buffs got an illegal screen call, so that gives it right back to Angelo State. The Rams lead by 8. No one has led by double digits tonight.
That foul was on Wallace, his fourth.
How about back-to-back illegal screens, this time against Angelo State?
His second personal foul.
60-52. Buffs on the short end. 12.5 to play.
Now who's going to pick up the scoring load right now when the Buffs need it?
Yeah. Brown backs in. Williams going to be called with the touch.
Now Williams is quick enough to stay with Julius. What he's not is strong enough. Just in the chest, Julius Brown is.
Williams' first personal.
It looks like a player, Kent, that can put up that bench press.
Buffs basketball with a fresh 20 on the shot clock. Toussaint to inbound. Gets it into Booker, who gives it back to Zach. Turns for three and short again. But he intercepts the ball, Toussaint does, and then has it knocked away. 3-on-1 break for the Rams. Underneath.
Good finish.
Yahaya finishes at the other end.
You knew that he heard Kevon Booker chasing him down, and so for Yahaya to make that shot, impressive.
10-point Ram lead, and a careless foul by Yahaya at the defensive end,
That's
his second.
One thing that I'm watching with Yahaya, he struggles to not foul.
We've got a timeout on the floor. 11:50 to play in the second. Buffs trail by 10. You're watching Buffalo basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
Got to make a layup, free throw, three-point shot in half court. Let's see your layup.
Joints begin to fail. It's more than an inconvenience. The relentless grinding pain slows you down and can even stop you from doing the things you enjoy in life. At Physicians Surgical Hospitals, our skilled orthopedic experts are using advanced robotic surgeries to get you back to being you sooner with a less painful recovery. We're doing more than restoring joints. We're restoring lives.
Angelo State, the Rams lead it over the Buffs, largest lead of the night for the visitors from St. Angelo, 62-52 in the second half. KJ, Angelo State, 55% from the field. They've continued to shoot the threes. They've made 3 of 5 from the three-point line, perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line. And the Rams have also done a nice job defensively. They've held the Buffs to just 11 points.
Brown to inbound for the Buffs to the left of their bucket. Gets it in deep to Oeasy. Back to Brown in the corner. Dribbles out on the wing. Tries to find Oeasy and turns the ball over. McAdory for the Rams comes up with the turnover. In the lane, Carroll spins and draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
Carroll is lightning quick. His first step, it is hard to stay with number 3 of the Rams. Draws contact there.
Austin Shelley,
Rams in the bonus.
freshman from Melbourne, Australia, with his first team foul number 7 against the Buffaloes.
It just at times tonight has looked for WT offensively out of sorts.
And Carroll misfires. Rams 8-0 run over the last 4 minutes, while the Buffs have gone 0 for 6 during that time.
You get the sense, too, KJ, that the Buffs have been very good when they've been able to run, get out in transition, but in the half-court game, that's when they've struggled some.
Missed them both. Carlisle comes up with the rebound. Buffs need to take advantage. Jonas Carlisle gets it to Brown. 11.5 to play. Buffs down 10. Here's Brown at the line. Outside to Booker. Thought about the 3. Shot clock at 5. Booker to Oeasy underneath, who can't get it. Looked like he might have been pushed. Couldn't come up with it.
And again, probably 4 or 5 different times the Buffs have had those type of shots right at the rim. Too strong. Boom, boom, bounce off.
Rams ball with Tyrell Carroll at the line. In the corner, a 3 put up and missed by McAdory.
Desperate for a bucket here for the home team.
They've been quiet for a while. Wise picks up his dribble, finds Carlisle outside to Brown, underneath to Oeasy, who's fouled.
Yahaya.
And that's, Yahaya just with a simple reach in. That'll send Oeasy to the line for the first time tonight. 67%er on the year.
So 6 team fouls. Next one puts the Buffs in the bonus, and hopefully they can make free throws like they did in the first half.
Jesse with 8 points tonight has 4 double-figure scoring outings. Misses on the first.
Yeah.
Addison Wallace back in the lineup for Kevon Booker. Paul Wallace for the Rams, replacing Dante Moses. And Jesse misses them both.
Wow.
Got to make your free throws. 10-point Angelo State lead. 10.5 to play. Williams kicks outside to Thomas for three. No. Oweezy with the rebound and a reach-in foul against Fred Delacruz. Delacruz picks up his second, team foul number 7. So we'll go down the other way and shoot free throws again.
Angelo State is giving the Buffs some chances here, Kent, but at some point WT has got to make free throws. They've got to make layups. They've got to start scoring, or they're going to find themselves in trouble here at home.
And Oweezy misses the front end of the 1-and-1.
A little bit in his head right now at the free throw line.
Buffs 8 of 14 from the line. There's a reverse. Missed by Carroll, but he draws the foul, and he'll go to the line.
That's the second personal foul on Jesse Oweezy.
Foul's called on Oweezy, his second. Team foul number 8 against the Buffaloes.
Again, we've played nearly 10 minutes here in the second half, and just 11 points to show for West Texas A&M. So as much as we talked about Angelo State's offense, Kent, their defense has been very solid tonight. Nobody wants to make a free throw.
Them both.
Yeah.
Wallace takes it all the way and loses it right out the baseline. As action-packed as this first half was, this thing has suddenly become a quagmire. Rams with an 8-0 run over the last 5.5 minutes, while the Buffs have gone 0 for 7 from the field. Here's a pull-up jumper knocked down by Penny.
Yeah, right now the guards for Angelo State are just flat out quicker than what WT is on the perimeter. Hounding defense.
Dribbles it around. Did the Buffs get a timeout? Nope, they got a technical.
Against who, though? I think it goes against Angelo State. I think Paul Williams disagreed with the call and must have said something.
It was against Angelo State.
Number
10.
I think they initially called a reach foul against Paul Williams. He thought he had tied up the ball and that the Buffs had actually fouled, so Paul Williams took offense to that call and then picked up a technical.
So 2 fouls on Williams. He goes from having 1 foul to having 3, and the Rams suddenly have committed 10 as a team, and the Buffs are shooting twice the rest of the way if they choose to make their free throws.
That's right, and they'll get the ball back, too, after the technical foul.
Which Larry Wise knocks down the first. Second shot's coming. And
So now
makes it a
so those were the technical.
Yeah. Now we'll shoot
the bonus for the personal foul.
Yeah. Should be shooting. No, it should be double. It's 10 shots, gentlemen. That's 10.
10 fouls.
Yeah. It was 9 with the personal foul, but the technical made it 10. Well, they're going to back it off to 9.
It's interesting. With the technical, usually you get the ball back, but
Wise missed, but Blankley gets the rebound, the putback, and goaltending.
Okay. So that's a good swing there. The Buffs end up
Good
getting
hustle
4
by
points.
Hayden there, coming up, sticking his hand above the rim, batting the ball away, Devon Thomas. And the Buffs now, after trailing 12, have cut it to 8.
Can they slow down Angelo State, though?
Well, Hayden Blankley comes up with another steal and a reach in on Thomas. That'll be his second foul, and Hayden will go to the line shooting twice. Blankley defensively tonight has made several steals and scores.
He's gotten out the passing lanes. And I think if he's not grabbed there, Tom Brown thought it was an intentional foul, but if he's not grabbed, he's getting another dunk in on the other side too.
Yeah, Hayden didn't really have a step on the defender. They were even when he was grabbed, but Hayden does what he needs to do, and that's knock down the first free throw. Makes them both.
6 straight points.
11 points for Hayden. He now has 7 double-figure scoring outings this year. Here's Williams. Tries to go inside to Dela Cruz. Dela Cruz works on Booker and draws the foul. For Kavan, his second.
Kavan Booker with his second personal.
Team foul number 9.
19 fouls on the
Dela Cruz is strong. He just gets his body in the mix and rips away that rebound.
Knocks down the first. Has another one coming his way.
One shot.
Missed, and there's Blankley with the rebound.
Oh.
That's called put down with a fake. Zach knocks it down.
Well, and Cinco Boone wants a foul. It's not a foul. Kavan is set, and that everyone heard the thud when the defender ran into Kavan. That's on Angelo State. Defensively, you got to be hollering out to your teammates, screens coming.
And Toussaint does what Toussaint can do. And we're going to travel at the other end. Buffs trailing by 4. Momentum starting to go the home team's way.
And was that the first three-pointer for Zach tonight? It was.
That was the first field goal for Zach tonight.
Keep them coming, Zach. Keep them coming.
And that one was from about 24 feet. Toussaint brings it up court. Kicks outside to Carlisle. Buffs trail by 4, 65-61. Wise in the paint. Pull up, won't go. Booker taps the ball. We've got a foul called against the Rams. Jonas Carlisle came up with the ball.
Okay.
Kellen Penny charged with his third personal.
And Larry fades and misses the shot. They just keep it alive.
Jonas Carlisle goes to the line. He hasn't gone often this year, but he's made them all.
And I don't know where that foul came from, but I know Carlisle is at the line, but that one looked off from the time it left his hand, just pushed it. Stay in there with it, young man. He's played some big minutes here in the second half. Takes a deep breath. There you go.
Knocks it down.
Again, every possession defensively, so important here for the Buffaloes.
Here's Moses driving on Wise off the glass. They're going to call a foul.
They are, and they're going to count the basket because of interference, I believe.
Was the foul before the shot, though? Yep, they count it.
That's not going to make Tom Brown very happy.
Not like that.
Nope.
No.
Here's a look at it again, KJ.
Personal foul on Larry Wise, his third.
Wise picks up his third. We're going to credit the basket to Dante Moses. And when we come back, Moses will go to the line to shoot the and one. Angelo State leads it 67-62, just under 8 to play. You're watching WT Basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1931 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
WT student athletes drink low-fat chocolate milk post-workout because it helps replenish and restore muscles quickly to their peak potential. Scientific studies suggest that the immediate benefits of low-fat chocolate milk include boosted performance, improved training, and higher recovery rates in athletes. Add low-fat chocolate milk to your post-workout routine.
Go Bucks!
Angelo State leads by 5 points after they get a continuation. Dante Moses makes the two-pointer, was bumped, and then put the shot up. The shot didn't go in. The Buffs actually goaltended, so they count the bucket, and he's going to shoot one free throw.
You can go a month of Sundays without seeing a goaltending call, and we've seen 2 tonight.
That's right.
1 for each team. Moses misses.
We've also seen a lot of missed free throws.
The rebound. You got to hit your free throws down the stretch.
Both teams have missed free throws tonight.
Here in the second half, Angelo State just 5 of 10 from the line, as are the Buffs.
Paul Williams.
That's Williams' 4th. We've still got 7:45 to play.
Yeah, Cinco Boone knows how important number 10 is.
And this is an Angelo State team that really only goes 2 deep on the bench. Toussaint with a pair knocks down the first. (67-63). Booker, Blankley, Toussaint, Brown, and Wise on the floor for the Buffaloes. And Zach gets them both. Buffs have closed it to 3 after trailing by as many as 12 just 2.5 minutes ago. Moses gives it to Carroll. Carroll drives and travels.
The Rams have struggled with that a little bit lately. Just movement of the feet there from the guard, Tyrell Carroll.
Buffs down by 3, 67-64. Wise on the wing. Gets a screen from Blankley. Step back 3. Won't go. Crowd was ready to erupt. That would have tied it. Instead, the Rams build on their lead with a nice feed. Moses finding Dela Cruz underneath.
Miscommunication defensively.
Toussaint. He'll put up the 3.
Slowly starting to heat up, Mr. Toussaint.
2-point game, 69-67, 6.5 to play. Carroll with the spin and the reverse. Wow. And we've got a timeout called by Angelo State.
Carroll's one of the more electric 5'11 players that you'll see. Wow.
Well, you take him and you take Paul Williams. Neither one of them is taller than 5'11. They can make things happen. Full timeout on the floor. Angelo State 71, WT 67. You're watching Buffalo basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
Bud Light, proudly brewed
in the heart of Texas. When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American.
You got it, KJ.
Juju brings the Buffs up court, trailing by 4. Pull up from 18, too flat. Addison Wallace tipped the ball. It was controlled by the Rams. Wallace gets it back and has it stolen away again. Quick hands by both teams as the Rams lead 71-67 as we approach the 6-minute mark. Carroll drug his foot again. No call this time. Carroll on the wing, cross court to Moses, shot clock at 7. Moses over Wise, misfires.
I think Moses may have heard the WT band counting out.
Toussaint in the paint is fouled, and he'll go to the line. And this will be on Tyrell Carroll. That'll be his 4th.
On the previous possession, Moses took the 3. It looked like he rushed it as there was still 6 seconds on the shot clock, but he heard 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's a look at Zach. Just enough body. Goes back to the free throw line.
Zach's first shot, too strong.
And so Kent going back to the shot clock with Moses with a shot. That's why they have the shot clocks on both sides, right?
There. You can see it, yeah. Zach makes the second. He is 4 of 6 tonight. Has 10 points. 9 coming here in the second half. 5.5 to play. Buffs down 3. Moses up top. Guarded by Wise. Right wing. Thomas in the paint. Slamming it home. Yahaya.
Good hands by Yahaya to catch that in traffic, and then he knows what to do with it.
There's Carlisle in the corner, misfires from 3. Rams with the defensive board. From the floor, the Rams have connected on 5 of their last 6.
And they're keeping this lead with Paul Williams, the senior veteran guard, on the bench with 4 fouls.
Shot clock at 8. 3, no good. Got a whistle. And they're going to get Dante Moses coming over the back. For Moses, that's just his first. Wow, he has been active and stays out of foul trouble. But we'll go the other way where Julius Brown will step to the line and shoot twice. If the Buffs want to get over the hump, this is where it's got to happen.
Yeah, free throws have been the saving grace for WT. Remember, they trailed by as many as 12 at the 9:46 mark, and they just started creeping their way back into it.
Wise and Carlisle to the bench. Blankley and Booker return to the lineup for the Buffs as Brown makes them both.
2 points, Julius Brown.
Three-point game. Angelo stayed on top, 73-70, but we've still got 4.5 to play. Carroll working on Booker. Goes up over the big guy.
Rams ran the pick and roll. The Buffs switched, and so that was a mismatch. Quicker guard on Kevon Booker.
Toussaint outside to Blankley. He'll put up the 3. Short. Look at Wallace. Misses the putback.
What a block from Angelo State.
Wow. Was there a hand on that?
Tom Brown thinks so, but to me, that defensively, the Rams just got all ball there.
And a block called inside on Addison Wallace, and that'll be his 5th.
He tried to take a charge. Official calls it the other way, and things not going the Buffs' way right now. See if we have that one again.
See if we've got that foul at the other end
Close.
here.
Addison Wallace, he fouls out with 8 points.
Or maybe not.
Well,
we'll see if we got it coming back.
There it is, Kent.
No, that's at the other end.
All right.
That's Addison's foul.
Yep.
3:47 to play. Angelo State leads it by 5. We'll take a timeout. Come back for the exciting finish. You're watching Buffalo basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
Jenkins Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated, and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
The Rams trying to do something that they have not done in 6 years, and that is defeat the West Texas A&M Buffaloes. They lead 75-70. They led by 2 points at halftime. They've led by as many as 12, and they are at the free throw line right now, and they add to that lead as the free throw crawls in there for Devon Thomas. It's been an impressive performance tonight by this Angelo State team.
He makes them both. Angelo State also looking to do something that hasn't been done this year, and that's win at the First United Bank Center. The Buffs an undefeated 12-0. Still 3.5 to play. Booker's going to go to the line. Foul goes against Devon Thomas, his third. Gavon will go to the line. He's 2 of 2 tonight.
Come on, Booker.
Buffs trailing by 7, just over 3.5 to play. Booker makes the first. Buffs have gone over 3 minutes now without a field goal. But they've made a parade to the line, and Booker capitalizes, knocking them both down.
Free throws are not a problem right now for WT. Defense, that's what they need right now.
Stops. Carroll wants to drive. Matched up on Brown, kicks it outside to Williams. Right side to Thomas, gives it to Moses. Shot clock at 10. Moses gets around Wise. Ball's knocked out of bounds off of Moses' head. Wise blocked the shot and deflected it off of Moses' head. Buffs ball trailing by 5. 3:09 to play. Toussaint kicks it out to Wise. Inside of 3.
The paint's open if they can get it in there.
Here's Zach. Shot clock at 10. Toussaint drives. Finger roll! Knock it down!
It's a strong drive by Zach.
3-point game. 2:40 to play. You going to guard Zach outside or inside? Now it's how do you want to cover the Rams? Here's Carroll on the wing. Shot clock at 15. Carroll high off the glass. No. Brown comes up with the rebound.
And he's
fouled from behind and will go to the line. Kellen Penny with his 4th personal will send Julius Brown to the line, shooting twice.
It kind of gets pinballed there.
Yep. You know, a good guard knows where the defender is and will step in on him to draw that foul.
Mm-hmm.
Brown misses the first.
Okay, it's a big one here, though. Make this free throw, cut it to a 2-point game.
Dela Cruz returns to the lineup for Angelo State, replacing Yahaya. Brown misses them both.
Oh.
Still a 3-point Angelo lead, 2:15 to play. Williams in the paint, little short one, no good. Rebound, Dela Cruz, no good. Blankley with the rebound. The Rams had 2 point-blank shots they couldn't get to fall. Here's Toussaint. Floater, yes!
Oh, how did he get that one in? We need the students to get up now.
Rams by 1. We've got a foul on Brown at the other end. For Julius, this will be his second.
It has been a very difficult task to stay in front of Tyrell Carroll tonight, no matter who's guarding him.
Shots, Tyrell Carroll.
And he missed it. He got it. Back to a 2-point game.
All right, Buff Nation. A minute 37 left. Let's get everybody out. Bring the thunder.
That's what Chris Gove has been begging for. Everybody up. Let's go.
Buffs basketball. Brown on the wing.
Ooh.
Kicks it out to Wallace. Almost threw it away. Shot clock approaching 10. Wise wants to do something to Brown. Shot clock at 5. Brown from 19, 2 flat. Blankley with the rebound. Fresh reset for the Buffs. 1 minute to play. Toussaint can't get it to fall. Booker fights. Wise gets the rebound. Buffs down 2 inside of a minute to play. Booker outside. Brown 3. No. And the Rams get the ball. And what's our call?
Well, the Angelo
Buffs
State player fell down. Devon Thomas, did he fall out of bounds? Or
Rams get the ball and slid out of bounds.
Okay.
Kevin McGill says it's Buffs basketball.
So they're trying the threes. They're not going. Let's drive to the bucket, Buffs.
Or are we calling a foul? Nope, reset to 20. That's the indication.
Still 47 seconds on the game clock.
47 to play. Buffs trail by 2. Toussaint on the wing. Gets a high screen from Blankley. Long 3. Oh! Booker is fouled!
I tell you what, the Buffs are going so hard at the offensive glass. They continue to miss the threes. That one, I don't know how it popped out for Zach, but there's Kavan again battling for this rebound.
Yeah, he comes in from the near corner.
Let's have a nice hand for this 6'8" junior.
And Yahaya just fouled out in the process for Angelo State.
Kavan goes to the line.
At the line, shooting for WT.
4 of 4 this evening.
Booker. 2 shots.
This is interesting. Angelo State right now, a couple of the players arguing with each other on the free throw line.
And Kavan misfires.
It was Paul Williams and Dante Moses, and
yeah, Moses went over to the bench to have a coach talk to him.
And the referee comes in and is telling Dante Moses easy, but he's having to contain him from his own teammate. It's strange.
And now Moses goes to the bench.
And Angelo State has the lead. The Rams lead at 78-76.
Booker's second shot. Got it. 1 point game. 78-77 Angelo State. Oweezy to the lineup for the Buffaloes. Replacing Booker. Angelo State's basketball. We've got a timeout called by Cinco Boone. 36.2 seconds to play. Angelo State leading 78-77.
We got a good one.
Let's just keep it here.
Yeah.
This is a good one. The Buffs defensively have held Angelo State without a field goal the last 3:48. We said they needed some stops, and that's what they've been doing.
If you're WT right now, you don't have to foul. You don't have to foul, but you just wonder how long they want to go with the shot clock. Difference is 6.2 seconds. They have taken Dante Moses off the court. That continued. I don't know what happened on the court.
There was a heated exchange on
the huddle
bench there.
Yes.
And they've taken Moses away, and he had played a major role in this game.
He has. I mean, this is a big loss for them at the end of the game to not have number 5 on the court.
11 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists.
Yeah, I do want to credit the Angelo State coaching staff, though, because they got one of their assistants came over and got the young man and said, hey, we're going to go off and get you calmed down here. So Angelo leads by 1. They have the basketball. They're trying to do something they haven't done in a long time, and that is beat West Texas A&M. The Buffs have not played their best game of the season, but they have fought hard. They've made a lot of free throws in the second half, and they have a chance, trailing by 1. See what lineup comes out on the floor. They got to put a quick athletic lineup to match up with these quick guards for Angelo State.
You've got Oweezy, Wise, and Booker, Brown, and Toussaint.
And I like that Jesse's going to be on the inbound passer here.
They're going to front. It's going to be Penny, Williams, Dela Cruz, and Carroll for the Rams. They get the ball into Carroll.
Don't have to foul.
Trying to get a double team, but the Rams quickly break the press. 29 seconds to play, Rams by 1. Devon Thomas outside, and he's fouled, and that wasn't what Tom Brown was wanting. Wise picks up his 4th, and the Rams go to the line shooting twice. This will be Devon Thomas, who is 2 of 2 from the line this evening.
Second half, Angelo State 8 of 15 from the free throw line.
Knocks down
and
the
that
first.
Was smooth.
Still plenty of time, 24 and a half seconds. This will make it a 3-point game. He does not, so it stays at 2. Here comes Brown. To Wise, pump fake, drives in, puts it off the glass. We're tied.
Oh, did they
foul
get
on the
a foul
inbounds
on
by
Juju? They did not need that.
No. Oh.
And I didn't see. He must have reached in, got some arm. He fouls De La Cruz, who is a 75% free throw shooter coming into this game tonight.
And so far tonight, he is 3 of 4.
Tom Brown's going to let him think about it.
On the floor. Let him think about it. We'll take the timeout with him. 14.3 to play. We're tied at 79. You're watching Buffalo basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
How do you make something that's already fresh even fresher? By adding fresh new things, like crisp pico de gallo for a little kick, and creamy cilantro lime sauce for that extra whoa. And pepper jack cheese because, of course, all on top of 2 fresh beef patties, or with chicken on a brioche bun. Whataburger's limited time pico de gallo burger and new pico de gallo chicken sandwiches. Good thing for fresh things. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Well, this has been entertaining throughout the ball game. It's gotten a little crazy here at the end. The Buffs and the Rams tied 79-79.
Buffs have overcome a 12-point deficit with 9:45 to play. First shot missed.
De La Cruz needs just a little more legs, and he could make the second free throw.
One shot.
And he does just
and the
that.
Rams go up 1.
So if you can get to the rim, that's what you want to do if you're West Texas A&M. You only trail by 1.
Here we go, 12 seconds to play. Brown Wants to turn the corner. In the paint, loses the ball.
Wow. It was stolen. Tom Brown thought there was contact. The Rams extra defender comes over off help position, knocks the ball loose, and the biggest steal of the game so far. Wow.
Here we go. Take a look. Yeah, it was a reach, but he wrapped around the body.
McAdory.
So we've got another timeout.
Well, what are they reviewing? Or they are reviewing something.
Well, they're wanting to. Tom's standing in the way. Probably time on the clock,
okay.
I'm guessing. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see what happens here. 3.8 to play. Angelo State leads 80-79.
Yeah.
The Buffs 12-0 at the First United Bank Center this season.
And this is a lot of time, Kent. I mean, regardless of free throws, 3.8 seconds, and if they add some time on, that's even better for WT. But with all the shooters that the Buffs have on the court, you just got to block out first, get a rebound if there is a missed free throw. If not, if Angelo State is able to make both free throws, still a chance to tie it with a three. And look for Juju, quick as he is, hopefully for the Buffs to get the ball in his hands and get the ball down the court in a hurry.
They put 0.8 on the clock, so nearly a second. They're up to 4.6. It's plenty of time to make something happen, especially when you've got Blankley and Toussaint and Larry Wise that can shoot from anywhere.
Yep. And they've got Julius and Zach both at half court right now. Angelo State brings everyone out of the paint. No rebounders in.
Williams at the line for the first time tonight. Ooh. Rocks it around and gets it to fall.
Watch out.
Makes them both. Clutch free throws by Paul Williams. It's a 3-point game. They're going to guard Toussaint. Brings it up, and we've got a foul on the floor. Nope, we got a timeout. The Buffs called timeout with.
Well, which is even better, Kent, because if the timeout is not called and they call a foul against Angelo State, then they're on the free throw line. Now you get to set up a inbounds play, obviously, for a three-pointer. That was incredible that shot almost still went in.
Just about went. 82-79 our score, 1.3 to play. This game's not over, but looking ahead this Saturday, UT Permian Basin comes to town. The Falcons. Falcons and the Lady Buffs at 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon, followed by the Buffs and the Falcons. And that's about as heated a rivalry as the Buffs have had in the last few years between the Falcons and occasionally St. Ed's gets in there, but it'll be a lot of fun. But we've still got a second and a half to go tonight.
Well, Zach Toussaint, he's been known to make some buzzer beaters, right? Of course, this one wouldn't be a buzzer beater for a win. Right now the Buffs need a 3
to tie,
unless there's something really crazy that happens.
The Carl White 4-point play is what you're looking for.
That's right.
82-79. The Buffs trailed by 12 with 9:49 to play.
If the Rams can get a defensive stop here, Kent, and pull off this win, it would be pretty special for Cinco Boone and his team. They have played well tonight.
2.1 seconds, so they put 7/10 up. The clock has been favorable to the Buffs these last two possessions. Brown to inbound in front of the Buffs bench.
Everyone's pointing at Zach Toussaint. Stay with him.
Zach gets it, turns around, gets it to Shelley, and that'll be the ball game.
He could not get the shot off because they double-teamed him. He knew he was going to get it blocked, so had to try to pass it to someone, did not have anybody to throw it to, and that's how it ends.
Buffs couldn't get a shot off. It was some stiff Ram defense that denied West Texas A&M a last look. And our final score, Angelo State gives the Buffs their first home court loss this season, 82-79. We'll take a timeout, come back and wrap it up from the First United Bank Center. You're watching Buffalo basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1831 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
Welcome to MetaDrive Pharmacy, Canyon's hometown pharmacy for over 32 years. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to counsel you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly, professional service and the highest quality medicines and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your healthcare needs.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train longer, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
When joints begin to fail, it's more than an inconvenience. The relentless grinding pain slows you down and can even stop you from doing the things you enjoy in life. At Physicians Surgical Hospitals, our skilled orthopedic experts are using advanced robotic surgeries to get you back to being you sooner with a less painful recovery. We're doing more than restoring joints. We're restoring lives.
A smile is understood in any language. It represents joy, love, and shows you care. At Full Smile Dental, our mission is to build lifelong relationships one smile at a time by providing accessible, compassionate, quality care with the personal touch of friendship. Come see us at Full Smile Dental, located in Canyon, Amarillo, Dumas, and Dalhart, and ask us about our free Whitening for Life program.
Final score tonight, Angelo State comes to Canyon and gets a big road win, 82-79, defeating West Texas A&M. You said it, KJ, first time this season the Buffs have lost here at home. And for Angelo State, they're able to close it out. In stretches, they played some really good basketball tonight. The Rams did. They shot the ball well from the three-point line, more so in the first half than they did in the second half. They were able to get the Buffs off balance a little bit with their balance, as they ended up with 5 players scoring in double figures. Their leading scorer was Tyrell Carroll with 17. But I think the thing that stands out to me the most, just initial thoughts here of this one, Kent, is the defense for Angelo State. Not just the last play, obviously, where they bottle up Toussaint and force a turnover. The Buffs can't, they couldn't get a shot off, basically, to end the game to try to tie it. But there were stretches in the second half where WT, they couldn't score. The only way the Buffs were getting scoring for late in that half was at the free throw line. So this Angelo State team, pretty talented. They did the job tonight.
Got the job done, ran their record to 12-4, 2-2 in conference play. Buffs fall to 16-3, 3-2 in Lone Star Conference play. Let's take a look first at this team statistics. You see them there on the screen. For the game, Angelo State 27 of 60 from the floor for 45%. The Buffaloes 26 of 66. That's 39%. Three-pointers, Angelo State dropped down 11 of 29. The Buffs converted just 6 of 24. And there were quite a few free throws in this game. Angelo State went to the line 30 times, made 17 for 56%. The Buffs went 33 times, converting 21 for 63%. Buffs out-rebounded the Rams 47-38. Of those 47, 16 were offensive rebounds. Rams turned the ball over 11 times. The Buffs turned it over 12. Here's a look individually for the Rams. Salisu Yahaya had 4 points, 3 rebounds tonight. Devon Thomas had 13 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. Tyrell Carroll, 17 points. That was a game-high 17 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Dante Moses, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Paul Williams, 16 points, 3 boards, 2 assists. Nathaniel Bastian, 1 point, 3 rebounds. Miles McAdory, 3 rebounds. Keelan Penny had 14 points off the bench to go with 1 rebound and an assist. And Fred De La Cruz, 6 points, 6 rebounds. Again, the Rams, 27 of 60 from the floor, 11 three-pointers, 38 rebounds. For the Buffaloes, Julius Brown, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Zach Toussaint, 14 points, 2 rebounds. Hayden Blankley with 11 points, 4 boards. Addison Wallace, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Larry Wise, 16 points, 7 rebounds. Jesse Oweezy with 8 points, 4 boards, and an assist. Parker Nielsen had 2 points, 2 rebounds. Kevon Booker, 11 points, 8 boards, 2 assists. Austin Shelley with 1 rebound. J.T. Warren with 2 points and 1 rebound. And Jonas Carlisle with 1 point and 2 rebounds. As a team, the Buffs 26 of 66 from the floor. They made 6 3-pointers, 21 of 33 from the line, 47 rebounds. They committed 12 turnovers to 9 assists. So that is going to wrap it up here, Lucas. Now we look forward to Saturday. UT Permian Basin coming to town. Yep,
The Falcons will come to town, and they will be coming to town after picking up a road win themselves. UTPB defeats Cameron tonight 85-77, and the Falcons, Kent, we know they're always bringing explosive offense. They'll have good athletes, and for WT, scratching their heads a little bit tonight, but they don't have much time to really figure things out. And I think for the Buffaloes, one of the things that was a little bit of a mystery tonight was at times, and it happened a lot, offensively they struggled. And again, Angelo State, you credit them defensively, but also the Buffs have got to get back in sync. It's been a while since they've played. It looked like it at times tonight.
Well, a lot of the Buffs' success offensively are timing plays, players knowing who's going to be where, passing at the right time. Not an excuse for not playing last week when they were out with the COVID protocols, but while they were out, they also were not practicing. They resumed practice this Monday. They've had 3 days of practice before playing a very talented Angelo State team, but credit to Angelo State, as you said, their defense gave the Buffs offense fits tonight, and that last play was indicative of much of the game. So that is going to wrap it up here from the First United Bank Center. Buffs fall short tonight, 82-79, but they'll have another shot at it Saturday. Lady Buffs and the Falcons at 2 p.m., Buffs and the Falcons at 4 p.m., From our broadcast partner, Lucas Kinsey, I'm Kent Johnson. Until Saturday, good night, everybody. You've been listening and watching Buffalo basketball on the LSC Digital Network.